All right, what is going on today, people? Got another knife review here today. Today we have got a benchmade, believe it or not. So as y'all may know, or you may not, if you watched any of my other videos, I am a Spyderco fan. I think the fit and finish of their knives is spectacular. The blades come razor sharp. I've got 5 or 6 now. I've never had a single issue with one out of the box, either needing to break in or anything like that. They come perfect and they come razor sharp. But as much as I was hating on the Benchmades, it's like, you know what? Haven't really had much experience with them. So why don't I put my money where my mouth is and maybe purchase a couple and see if I'm wrong or if the fanboys are just that, fanboys. I've always thought Benchmades were overpriced, overhyped, and overrated. We're gonna see if I can change that today. Let's see, put my cat out. Holy shit. Alright, so today we've got the Benchmade Presidio 2 and Carbon Fiber Elite. It's a CPM S30V knife. So let's check it out. Alright, box, got your paperwork, normal stuff. That out the way. Let's open it up here. Boom, access lock. And I have had this open and played with it, and I'll talk more about that here in a second. I did get here yesterday. I made a video on it yesterday, but with the issues I had, it was not a happy video. So I just deleted that. I slept on it overnight, kind of took a break, and come back today and see if I can give a more fair opinion. Because I didn't have anything positive to say yesterday. That's all I'll say. So, here's the Presidio 2 S30V. It's got a very large blade. Let's do a few size comparisons here. I got the Manix 2, normal, non-XL. About half an inch, maybe an inch taller than the Manix. What else we got? Let's do a Spyderco Smock. About an inch taller than the Smock as well. Let's do a more common one, a lot more people may have. Sevivia Elementum. Damascus Carbon Fiber. So as you can see, this is a very large knife. Let's do a pair of 3. Much bigger than the pair of 3, and look at the handle size, how much bigger just the handle is. Last one, Yojimbo 2, a little custom. All right, so you can see it's a very large knife. That's kind of what I was looking for here. I liked my Manix, but honestly my Spydercos, the edges on them are just all so nice and razor sharp. I hate to use them heavy. I mean, I'll use them on everyday stuff, easy stuff like that. I was like, man, if I, got to do something around the house, projects, where I need to really cut some stuff, I want a knife where I can just grab it and cut with it and not really worry about it. And I also wanted to try a Benchmade. So what I came with out of that is the Presidio 2 here, the CF Elite newer model. So you get the S30V, really nice blade still. You get the axis lock, which I like a lot. I'm left-handed. And it's just a big knife. It's got a very robust blade. It's very wide. And I really like the spine relief they put up here. Very nice. You can see it's pretty thick blade stock, and it doesn't thin out a ton down to the tip. It stays pretty consistent almost all the way. Whereas some of the Spydercos, They thin down quite a bit towards the tip. That's really good for slicing and cutting, but you do some heavier work, you got to pry a little bit. Probably not the greatest. These are full hollow grinds. You got the edge and it's just all the way up. So let's talk about the issue I had yesterday. So I got the knife out of the box, was playing with it a little bit, flicking it closed, flicking it open, trying to use one thumb, and I was having this common problem with benchmades. I found out I was having what they call a lock stick. That's where you flip it open and your axis lock sticks at the top position. It's very hard to pull down, or you pull down, it's making all sorts of noise. So I was having really bad lock stick to the point where I would flip it open and I couldn't pull it. I had to use literally two hands like this to be able to pull it down. So I was very aggravated with that. And before reading the forums, I just took the whole knife apart. I mean, every single piece down to just the bare liners, took those apart. Was trying to see what was rubbing. There was some paint removed off the lock bar, so I tried to polish it up a little bit, put it back together. Still the same issue. It seemed even worse then. So I got online, looked at some forums, and people were saying, oh, it's going to break in, it's going to break in. I was like, it's so hard to close. I mean, it's you can't really break it in. I mean, you can't even play with it. So I was reading through, and someone said to put Sharpie on it, or pencil lead, like out of a mechanical pencil. So I had a Sharpie marker. You can see right there, I have put Sharpie. That's where the axis lock back here engages with the knife. So I put Sharpie on it right there. And then I pulled the axis lock down and I put it on the metal liners that it rides on it up in there. And I shit you not, I have not had lock stick since I put that on there. It's kind of crazy that just a tiny, I saw that and I was like, well, what's that going to do? Some Sharpie? But I'll be damned. It worked fantastically and made this knife usable. I mean, so if I just have to put Sharpie on it until it breaks in, should be all right. Now that I know that trick, that'll be all right for my future benchmades. So yes, I have ordered another benchmade. This one, like I said, I was looking for a big knife, a workhorse. I was debating on even a fixed blade, but I decided with a big, robust folding knife. So you can see I've got large hands. I'm 6'3", and there's still some left. So it's got a nice flare out up here, so you can get a good handhold on it, stab if you need to. Your hand's not going to slide up it. There's some jimping right here, so you can hold on to it. There is no jimping on the blade though. So but yeah, it had good reviews from people saying they took it to work every day, used it, abused it. Like I said, my Spydercos are too nice and too beautiful to beat up like that, so I bought a little Benchmade so I can trash it. And also their warranty, if I ever break it, ever had any major issues, I can just send it in, they'll fix it. I've heard of people just abusing it, completely breaking them, and they still fix it. So there's that. But let's talk about some other things here. Sharpness. Piece of paper. We're going to start with the smock, and I'll show you how sharp that is. Razor sharp. Now let's try the old Benchmade, see what we can get out of this thing. Pretty good. A little bit more resistance, you can hear it a little more, but overall, it's pretty sharp. Cuts the paper, no problem. Let's get this out the way here. I feel like my Spydercos were slightly sharper, especially the smock. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how sharp this is. Cuts paper, no problem. That's good enough for me. So the only other thing I could, see here, centered perfectly. Only other thing I could really complain about is on the grind. It looks a little rough. Just, I'll compare it to this to show you. Let me wipe the paper off of it. See, it's just got a little bit more of a polished look, whereas that's kind of grainy and rough. Not a huge thing. This knife was, I don't know if it says $143. Only other little complaint is that looks pretty even, and this side is slightly smaller on the grind edge. So, but yeah, overall, I'm happy. I mean, I'm not overly impressed. The axis lock thing, kind of a bummer. If I had known the Sharpie trick from the start, I'd be much happier. But now that I figured out, not a big deal. Overall, for the money, 143 bucks. Not so bad off. I think I could recommend this knife. And I do have next coming. Like I said, I want a big, robust knife here. So my next Benchmade, I was like, I want something that I really like, that looks good, functions well. That can be like a, a higher end something. I knew I was going to pay up for it. So I went with the Mini Crooked River. I was kind of skeptical the first time I saw that knife. I was like, that's stupid. But after watching some videos and looking at it more and more, it just really grew on me. So I've got the Mini Crooked River. It's supposed to be here today, but FedEx sucks ass. So it's going to be here probably tomorrow, I hope. It's FedEx 2-day. I paid extra for it. Scheduled to deliver today. I live in East Tennessee, still in Memphis. It's been in Memphis over 30 hours, and it was supposed to be delivered today. It's been in Memphis since early yesterday. I don't know. FedEx sucks, man. They really do. USPS used to suck, but they've been killing it for me lately. Everything gets here in like 2 or 3 days. I mean, USPS has been killing it. So I've got the Mini Crooked River. I've also got, which is probably going to get here before the knife now, the Flytanium carbon fiber kit for the Mini Crooked River. It's got the lower half of the side scales. It's got a new back spacer and new pivot rings. So it gets rid of the orange, makes the rest carbon fiber. So this should be very beautiful after that. The only problem, which I kind of forgot about with Flytanium, like here, the Flytanium only puts their screw holes on the right side. So like on this pair of 3, what I did was I disassembled it. I took the liner and I drilled out the holes on the left side, because the screws screw into the liner, not the scale. So the way the Mini Crooked River is, it looks like it's kind of got a if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. It looks like for the clip, it's kind of flared up. So we'll see if I'm able to do it on there. Not a deal breaker. You just got to carry it backwards in the pocket, which I've had to do many times before, being a lefty. So anyways, this video's running along, so I'm going to call it there. The overall Benchmade Presidio 2, it's a pass for me. As far as recommendations for it, if you just want a Benchmade, yeah, probably alright. But for $126, you can have, I'm left-handed, a Manix 2. I've got the MXG gear clip that I really love the look of that clip. It's got the ball lock here, similar to your axis lock. So, 126, 143. But yeah, I'm gonna call that a video. Overall, for this particular knife, I don't think it's too overpriced. It's about right. Now, the Mini Crooked River was $204, and the Flytanium set was $89 plus tax. So you're looking at over $320. I'll have in that knife, but we'll see if that's worth it. For this, for the price, I think this is reasonably priced. A lot of knife, big hunk at S30V for the money. So Mini Crooked River, hopefully coming tomorrow. So yeah, if you're still here, still watching, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe. I've got like 2 now. So let's see where we can go. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day.